talk about the confusion of dating in Gen Z. Like, I feel like there's so many rules to dating right now. Everyone have a take on dating that it feels almost impossible to date right. And for me personally, I feel like I have a lot of questions of whether I should do this. Feels like I have to make the right move every single time to be able to have a healthy relationship. Like, and then just having to listen to so many voices, it makes you feel stuck. Like, when you're actually dating somebody, you're like, wait, so what do I do? Well, what if I do this and then that was the wrong move? And I feel like after when relationship end, you question what you could have done different. But like, I don't think it has to do with what you do. I think if a person really loves you, you shouldn't have to perform. You shouldn't have to pretend. Mosquitoes are starting to freaking bite me right now. Like, it feels so overwhelming, and like, it feels like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I also don't want to be a player. Like, I can be a player if I want to, but I don't want to do that. Like, I want genuine love. I want healthy love. Even outside of dating, guys, I'm someone who I genuinely just love people. Like, I love people because if I know you, I'm just gonna be like, hi, like, I'm that type of person. But like, when men see you doing that, they think that you like them. So that perception hold me back a lot from being like that bubbly self, because I'm like, I don't want to give the wrong impression. But then I'm like, I was really thinking about this mindset, but I'm like, bro, I don't care. It's not my power to control what someone is thinking or how they interpret how I act. Like, if I keep doing that, I'm never gonna really be fully myself. I'm never gonna be, oh my gosh, I feel like there's something biting me. Like, I'm never gonna be able to like be my authentic self. I feel like the fear of being perceived wrong really stops me sometimes to be genuine or authentic. And also, when you're a nice person or a kind person, people takes advantage of that. But one thing, I love when people underestimate me, because when people underestimate me, that's when I'm like, boom. I don't know, but just because someone think that you're nice, they will try to take advantage of that, and I hate that. I'm gonna start leaving because it's getting dark. I hate that, because like, what do you want people to start acting now? Like, do you want people to start acting cold just because they don't want people to start being disrespectful towards them? Like, I don't like those kind of people. And I know that it's a normal human thing, like, in your head you're like, okay, they are more likely to favor me because they're nice. But like, taking advantage of someone who you think is nice is honestly, it says so much about your character, rather than like just saying, okay, we're all human, because I wouldn't do that. It says so much more of your character rather than it's a human thing. Oh my gosh, those mosquitoes are actually something else. It's genuinely annoying, and dating feels so confusing. So I came to this conclusion that, what, I'm just tired of all those rules, right? And there's still ways to go about dating, the right way. The right way, by that I mean, like, respect yourself. When something doesn't meet your standard or something that you want, leave. Like, all those simple things, like, general things. I don't think that's a rule, though. I think there's another name for it. But that person doesn't align with you, so you should probably leave. But when I say I think I'm gonna show up as me and genuinely show affection, I'm laughing because I don't know how to show affection to a man. I genuinely don't know. If I miss a man, I don't know how to tell him that I miss you. Like, I don't know. I'm simply gonna I'm gonna make him guess, or like, if he can't read my mind, then leave it at that. And I know it's bad and I have to work on that, but I physically cringe because I don't know how to show a man that I like him. And I understand why. There's some type of traumatic things that happened in my childhood. Whenever I'm ready, I'll probably talk about it one day. I understand why I act the way that I act, but it's not healthy. It's really not healthy. And also, I think it serves as a protective thing, and it really protects my heart. I feel like when I'm in the talking stage, I'm talking to a man and I'm not giving too much, and I really have, my heart on a lock. It feels good if the talking stage ends, because I'm like, well, I wasn't even that invested anyway, so I don't care. But now imagine if you invested a lot, like, the shame, the embarrassment, the rejection, it will be much more intense and painful. But then I think you could have a different perspective. You could be like, you know what, at least I enjoyed it, at least it was nice, even if we never ended up together, at least it was nice, at least I had a good time. But then just the fact that you gave so much for me makes me feel like I genuinely want to cringe, because like if it makes me feel stupid, like how could I have been so stupid? But it's like you shouldn't blame yourself, because girl, you don't really know that person. You gave it from your heart because you like them. But do you think that you would have given to that person if you know who they are, who they were, if you knew their character? Like, would you have given to that person? No. But I feel like it's so like easy to start blaming ourselves for giving too much, or if I only knew, but you didn't know. You didn't. Sometimes I know how to give myself advice, but I can't. I need to work on that for real. But anyways, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Okay. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, dating in Gen Z is so messed up right now because everyone is trying to perform. And I also saw this guy talking about that. He was like, do I choose my ego or do I choose to be real and show interest to that person? Meaning double texting, meaning calling that person. Everyone is trying to play a game. And I feel like it's not because everyone became a dating guru or anything, but people are scared to be hurt. People are scared of rejection. People are scared of pain. So that's why everyone is trying to perform. Everyone is trying to play a game. Like for me personally, I need to be 100% sure that you like me before I show you that I like you. Because rejection can be so painful, guys. And then when you start questioning your self-worth, it literally change you. But if you don't have a good sense of self-worth, I don't think you should date. If you don't have a good sense of self-worth, you shouldn't date. You should take your time, and then take your time, get to know yourself, because I think you're gonna create more pain rather than enjoying dating. You know how we hear those advice, you should enjoy your 20s, you should date for fun, you shouldn't imagine them as like your husband already, you should just date for fun. I feel like if you don't fully love yourself yet, or you still have sense of self-worth issues, you're not really gonna enjoy dating, because a lot of your insecurities would show. I think dating teaches you actually so much about yourself. So much. So much. Honestly, it's up to you. If you want to learn more about yourself too, yeah, you can date. It's up to you, honestly, It's your life. You do whatever you want. I would say, honestly, if you don't have a good sense of self-worth, it's best to really know your identity. Because you know why? It will be easy to leave. You will still be able to enjoy the present moment with them. But when it's time to end it, it will be easier to leave. When you're dating somebody, you should... You know what? Why am I giving your dating advice? I came here to complain about how the dating pool Gen Z is messed up and how we're all trying to perform. Why am I all of a sudden giving you guys advice? Do whatever you want and learn from your mistakes, That's all I'm gonna say. Do whatever you want and learn from your mistakes. I feel like that feels much more freeing, because it's like, but like, are you ready to pick up the broken pieces? Sometimes I do rather learn from people rather than doing mistakes and then having to like pick up my own stuff, my own mess, because depending on the pain, I'd rather learn from someone else, But I think too much of dating advice really can mess up with your mind. So I'd say, like, if you've consumed enough, just take breaks and do it from your heart. And if it was a bad move, you would learn from it. But if you do it from your heart and it's reciprocated, bingo. Like, that's all I'm about to say. Like, bingo. Stop looking for advice like online and everything. Do it from your heart. If you gotta learn from your mistake, then learn from it. But like, honestly, it can be good advice, but I think it stops you from operating in your most authentic self and from your heart, because you're trying so much to perform and do the right thing while erasing what you really want to do. even till this day, because I've listened to so many dating advice, even if there's thing that I want to do from my heart, I stop myself from doing it because I'm like, no, that's giving you're desperate, that's giving you're chasing. It might be the most basic thing, and I hate that. I feel like stuck. I feel like I can't actually do it. There's just, I don't know. There's a lot more performing in texting than calling, because calling, I'm talking, you're talking. There's no time to like go ask ChatGPT or go ask your friends or go search up anything on social media. Like, I talk, you talk, and just like that, I think there's so much more banter. There's like so much more better vibes rather than texting. But anyways, like, honestly, I would just say we should all just date from our heart. If you gotta learn, then learn. But like, it's life at the end of the day. I'd rather like date from my heart, really give in, and I receive the same thing. And if we ended up not being married, I hope that doesn't happen. It might be painful, but then sometimes I look back at some experiences and I'm like, I'm happy that happened. Even if we're not dating anymore, we're not talking anymore, I'm so grateful that's happened. That happened. Like, that's gonna be like a cute story that I tell my children. Okay, guys, would it be wrong if I tell my children an experience about another man that is not their father? Yeah, it would be wrong. Like, that's weird. But let's say I wanted to give advice to my daughter just because I've had experience with just dating, I would be able to give her better advice. I think that's a better way of viewing it rather than like telling your children about another man that is not their father. Like, yeah, that's weird. No, that's weird. But yeah, you're still getting, like, I think experiences is get never wasted. Like, every time I start feeling embarrassed about loving or like giving my heart to someone, giving my all, I remember this quote, like, love given is never wasted. Like, love given is never ever wasted. So that's gonna be the end of the video. I really hope that you loved it. I didn't even think I would be talking about this topic that long. It's been 20 minutes. But anyways, I'm gonna have to go upload this because I think I have like, okay, I'm leaving. Bye. No, I'm temporary. You're holding me for the night, for some pleasure, if that's all we are. No, I'll always be a visitor. But I seem to inspire you to say that you love me, say I'm all you need. In the back of my mind